Alrighty, welcome back, boys and girls. It's your main math man, Mission Inc, coming to you live from Walker Grant Middle School. And in this video, we're working on that tax tip discount, mark up, mark down, whatever it may be. We're going to be shopping. We're going to be working on these notes. So in that first part, it says what types of situations would cause a price to decrease. That means it's going to go down. So we're going to say, it could be a discount, a sale, maybe the market has a low demand, maybe you have a coupon. So it's taking money off of the original price. And so that discount is what it's called. That's going to be the amount of reduction in price. And then the discount amount is the amount of money that you would save on an item you buy. So again, make sure that you're seeing these differences. So if the price is lower, it's going to be a discount, and that amount that you are subtracting is going to be the discount amount. So for this first one, it says it like this. It says if you buy iPhone 20 Max Plus that was originally $256, but is now on sale with a 35% discount, what is the amount of discount? So you're trying to find the percent of a number. So we're going to set it up like this. We're trying to find 35% of that $256. And so a way to set this up is as follows. You would say, okay, I'm going to change this value to a decimal. And so how would I do that? Well, I need to have the 35 and then percent, so it's going to be per 100. So I get my decimal. And what does of mean? Well, of means multiply. So what am I going to multiply it by? I'm going to multiply it by the original price. So I'm going to take this 0.35, so I have this 0.35, and I have times that 256. Again, you can use parentheses to show multiplication. Either way works. And what does it give us? It gives us $89.60, and that is going to be your discount amount. So make sure that you are always being very careful when you are labeling. Again, it is extremely important to be labeling each and every little thing that you have. Again, we had the 256. That's our original price. However, this $89.60 is the discount amount. So another way you can do it is like this. So let's see if we can do another way to show this same answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, it says 35% of 256. If you are using this wonderful Desmos calculator, which you should be, I can type it exactly how it looks. So I'm going to say it's 35, and then I have that percent sign. So if I include this percent symbol or this percent button, it has percent of. So again, it doesn't, you don't use this to change it to a decimal, but you're saying it's 35%, and we need to add something else to it. So you need to have something on both sides of that percent of number, because we're saying it's 35% of 256, which is that same amount. So make sure you're saying that either way can work. For the next one, it says calculate the new price of a shirt that is regularly $30, but is now 15% off. So again, make sure you're seeing how I underlined and highlighted these items. Again, that $30 is the original price, and it's off 15% off. So we're going to subtract from that original price. So we take, again, 15%. So I'm going to do 15% of $30. And so what does that give us? That's $4.50. So be mindful of those values that you are seeing in here. Again, it's not 4.5. That's not something that you see at a register. It has to be $4.50. So again, that's going to include the label in there. So we're going to say this is our discount amount. Do we circle this as our answer? Wrong. We have to make sure we're looking for this new price. So make sure you're always reading what the question is asking for. So it's saying calculate the new price. Did we find the new price? Not yet, but we know how to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, okay, I have the original price, and I'm going to subtract the discount amount from that. And what will I get? I will get the new price. So let's compare what we have. So we said the original price was $30. The discount amount is $4.50. Again, make sure you're using that wonderful Desmos calculator for yourself. So 30, excuse me, minus 4.5. So it's going to be, the new price is going to be $25.50. So again, make sure you're seeing how this is being set up. Again, make sure you're using that wonderful Desmos calculator. Another way you could do it is like this. If I, instead of having to type in that 4.5, I can hit the ANS button, that stands for answer. So it's going to pull the answer from the previous line. So if I said I want to subtract it by that previous line, I would hit ANS, and it still gives it to me. So again, make sure you're getting comfortable with that Desmos calculator. So now on the back, we're saying, okay, what type of situations will the price now go up? Well, maybe there's a high demand. Again, we had a recent scenario with these wonderful masks. We need to wear them for safety, and so they became more expensive because the demand was high. So now it could be a rare item, or maybe a low supply. So same idea, it can cause the price to go up. And so in addition to that, we're going to say the sales tax is a percentage that is added onto the price of an item, excuse me. So we're going to be finding the tax and adding it onto it. So in the previous pages we subtracted, however we're now going to be adding. Then we can say also, let's say you go out to a restaurant and you want to make sure you leave a tip. Again, a tip is a certain amount of money that you leave for the server that gets added to your total bill. So again, this is kind of what you would add onto your bill, so that way you show appreciation for their good service. And then lastly, it says a markup occurs when a store decides to increase the price of an item. So again, if you have high demand or a rare item, that could be an example of a markup. So now for this first one, it says if you go out to eat at a restaurant and the bill is $32, how much of a tip would you leave if you wanted to leave a 15% tip? So again, we're looking for just the tip. So make sure that you are mindful of that. So we're going to find 15% of our bill, which is $32. Again, type it in that Desmos calculator, exactly how it looks. We're going to say 15% of $32. And so again, it shows up on the right side, and so that equals $4.80. Again, make sure you are always circling your answer and labeling what it is, because you want to make sure that you label it first, because if it was asking for how much would we have to pay, it would be a different answer. But we're just looking for this question, we're just looking for the tip amount. In the next one, it says a pair of shoes you would like to buy are $250. They are not on sale day, but there is always that sales tax, so we're going to have to include that 5% sales tax. What is the total that will be at the register? Again, that's when you are paying. So we're going to say for this, we're going to take 5%, so I have 5% of $250. And so again, that tax amount is going to be $12.50. So again, I have to label it as such. Is that my answer? Not quite, because it's looking for the total. So I'm going to say, all right, I take that original price, I'm going to include the tax amount, and that will give me my total. So I have my original price, which is $250. I have my tax amount, which is $12.50, and I add those two together. So again, like I did before, I can take that $250, and I have plus my previous answer, and so now I have my total amount, which is going to be $262.50. Those better be a good pair of shoes. Lastly, it has, for this one, it says a new graphics card was originally priced at $200, but now has been marked up 15%. You also have to pay that 4% sales tax. It's a little bit expensive, but it's a good graphics card because you want to get those good specs. So now again, make sure you're setting it up like this. We're going to say, all right, we need to first find what that price is going to be. So we're looking for the new price first. And so we're going to say, all right, 15%. So I have 15% of $200. And so it's saying, okay, it's $30. And what is that $30? That is the markup amount. So now we have to take and add those two together. So I'm going to say, all right, just hit a new line. I have 200. And I have plus my previous answer, because that was the markup amount. And what is this $230? That is the new price. Is that our answer? Not quite. So now we need to find how much sales tax we have. So I'm going to take and say, all right, I need 4%. So 4% of my previous answer. Again, notice how it chooses from that line. So again, it's choosing my answer as this previous line. And so if I start a new line, this would be my answer. So again, what we just find? We found, excuse me, what did we just find? We found the tax amount. Is that our answer? Not quite. So we have to now add those two together. And so we're going to say, all right, I have $230 plus the previous answer, which was our tax. So again, it was the new price plus the tax amount. And what does that give us? That gives us $239.20. Again, notice how I boxed that in as our total. Again, make sure you can use that Desmos calculator for yourself. Take your time, hit rewind, hit replay. Again, for sales tax, you're adding to the price. If it's a discount, you are subtracting. Again, make sure you're using that percent of button to find the percent of a number. And as always, super slam that subscribe button.